Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday. It's Calla Lilies and Kitty night. Oh, yeah. So, sorry I'm a little late popping on, trying my new makeup, whatever. I tried. I don't know what to say. I got makeup all over me. Anyway, my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party, and welcome Friday night. What? So let's say hello to you-know-who, because you never know when he's going to be chiming in. I can't even talk. So say hi to your fans, Butters. Hey, Butters. Butters. Hi. Say hi to your fans, baby. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. We got to give him props because you never know when he might be chiming in. Thank you so much, Gloria. I tried. I really did. You should. I got makeup everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah. But it is what it is. Hello, Debbie. I'm glad you found us. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Tracy's in the house. Tina B is here. Gloria's hanging out with us. Debbie gave us hello, Cindy. How you doing? It took a while for you to find me because I wasn't on yet. Hi, Cheyenne. I got it right. Cheyenne. Only took me a minute, but I got it right. Let me show you my handy dandy table. Okay, so we've got white, yellow, red, blue, and black. Same colors every single party. The weapons this evening is Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. We've got Tiny in the house. He is a small round for details. Mini-Me looks just like Big Boy, except he's small. You guys see all the makeup on my fingers, right? A medium fluffy we're using tonight, just a beat up old bristly brush will work fine. And of course, Mr. Nifty is in the house. So, Tina, it's the first time Tina's here. Everybody give a warm hello to Tina. Hello, Lorraine. How you doing, lovey? What's going on, sweetheart? Lorraine's in the house. So everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Tina. Other people are trying to find me. I can't answer you once I'm live, guys. Just keep that in mind. So if you have any questions, please ask them like 20 minutes before I start, because otherwise I'm not going to see them and then I can't answer them once I'm live. So that's just the way it works. So I'm going to put you guys in your handy dandy holder, and we're going to get this thing started. Notice there was no drink on my table. I have to get something to drink because my tongue is already sticking to the roof of my mouth. Whew. Anyway, like I said, I'm trying this new hobby of mine of doing makeup. And anyway, note to self, I got to start a lot earlier. Second thing, yeah. Anyway, I got to get better with that. I got makeup on my fingers. I got makeup on my arm. I got makeup everywhere. But I'm having fun. That's all that matters. You love your kitty. You're going to be painting a pit bull. Nice. I love it, Diane. I like it a lot. Absolutely. 6,000%. You guys know. Go rogue. Make this your own. Make this your own. Make this your own creation. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So, let me grab my drink. Here it is. Got it. And I'm working on a 16 by 20. 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on something smaller, just make sure you're in the same area of the canvas that I am in. All right, guys? And think about your colors. What do you want your background to be? What do you want your picture to be? What do you want your animal to be, if you're doing a kitty or not? Diane just said she's doing a puppy. Think about what colors do you want your kitty to be, okay? Calla Lilies don't have to be white. They don't have to be white, but just make sure whatever colors you pick that you're going to see them against each other. Like, you don't want to do a purple background, purple flowers, and then a gray kitty. You're not going to see any of it, all right? So when you pick your colors for all of your pieces, you want to make sure that when on top of each other, they're going to stand out, all right? 6,000%. Whew, right, let me get myself situated here. Let me get in my spot. Hi, everybody. How you doing? All right, so I got to start the makeup stuff a lot earlier. Oh, and since I almost said bad words about 4 times already, all my videos are kid-friendly. So you guys watch your comments, and I got to watch this thing, all right? And always free to watch. PayPal link is posted. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. It's on the event page. Stars is not activated yet. Working on it, getting closer and closer and closer. Good evening, Margaret. How are you doing, love? Hello, hello, hello. I'm also, I just got a tooth pulled. I'm just like venting, because I just got a tooth pulled on Wednesday too. So I'm nursing that too. So I need to crack this open. Nothing a nice cold soda won't fix. Oh, nice, Tina. You're making wind chimes out of mini terracotta flower. I love it. I love it. 6,000%. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, you guys ready? I can't show you both at once, so if you need a reference, take a screenshot. Butters is being very, very, very vocal tonight. So we have to turn around, and that's why I introduced him, because he might be chiming in. He's being very vocal this evening. You guys ready? I'm ready. All right. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to start with my background color, which is just blue and white. Blue and white. Grabbing Big Boy, and I'm going to be doing blue and white right across the top. So I'm grabbing my white, and I'm grabbing my blue. And I'm just going straight across, guys. Straight across. Now, make sure when you're doing your background, it's a nice thin layer. You want this to dry so we can put the other things on top. So make sure when you put this on, it is a nice thin layer. If you have this, though, you need to grab more paint. If you get these, those are brush strokes. One end to the other gets rid of those. Alrighty. So, let's fill this in. Let's fill this in. That's all we're doing. Blue and white. That's all we're doing, guys. You know what I just noticed on my original? You know what I just noticed? My table line, look, my table line's there. And my table's up here on this side. Hello, 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 Becky from Ohio. I just noticed that my table line does not go straight across. Did anybody else notice that? I'm the only one that noticed that, right? It's almost, it looks like it does, but it actually doesn't. Hello, 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 Becky. How you doing, sweetheart? Becky from Ohio. Everybody give a warm East Creations welcome to Becky. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right. So, halfway and up. Halfway and up. Just blue and white. Oop. Got a schmutz. I got a schmutz. A schmutz. We got a schmutz that fell onto the canvas there. Schmutzing. Yeah, that happens. I think it's going to be a messy night for Eve tonight. Didn't notice. Can't draw a straight line if my life depended on it, right? I'm glad you're doing well, Becky. Good to hear. Good to hear, hon. Good to hear. Yes, keep those hellos and welcomes coming, guys. Right? That's what we do here. We support each other as a family. Yeah, I just noticed it myself. So, you know, that... You know, but that's a reminder to me because, you know, when we're painting something, especially if you have OCD like I do, sometimes we get hung up on those little tiny things, right? And we stress ourselves out over them, right? So, you know, there's this little tiny detail or whatever's going on, and we're trying to get it just right, and we're frustrating ourselves. And you know what? No one's even going to notice. So, You know, there's a lesson for us, right, guys? Even in life, you know, sometimes we get hung up on those tiny things. And in all actuality, it really isn't that important. It really, I'm softening the schmutz that fell on here before. So we had a schmutz happened. Okay, now that I have that on there, I'm going to turn around and do the other half in, I don't know, some sort of brown. It's like a grayish brown. So, brown, right? Since my red is starting to travel over, let's smush that over here. So we got red. Grab from the side so you don't waste all your paint. Yellow. Blue. Alright, mix that all together. Add a little bit of white to it. I'm going to have to get clean white later. So grabbing some white. Now this is looking really green. So I want to grab more red. It's a messy night. I'm being very messy. So it's going to be a messy night. I've already got makeup all over the place. I'm going to have paint all over the place. I already decided that's what's happening. I'm going to grab a little bit of black. And to make this darker. So this isn't really like, this is just a grayish brown color. Nothing in particular. You guys can make your tabletop any color you want. Just make sure you're going to be able to see the other parts against it. Alright, so I'm going to come up here. I'm going to hold my brush back here. I'm going to pick a point. And I'm just going to pull straight across. Now, if you have trouble doing a straight line going straight across, you could always turn your canvas and do it going straight down. Okay, guys? So, if you have trouble doing lines going across, right? You could always turn around and flip your canvas and let gravity help you. Hold back here, straight up against your canvas, and swoop. Cut it. Alright, so you don't have to turn around and keep your canvas going straight across if doing a line straight across doesn't always work out for you. You could turn your canvas and do your line straight down. And the faster you go, the straighter it's going to be. Alright, so just a little trick for you out there. Alright, that's all. Now I'm going to turn it back the other way. Secure it back into place. And fill in my blue. My gray. Going to fill in the rest of the canvas. Alright, so, and now that I have the basic on there, I can just play with it. Because, you know, that's what we do. Right? That's what we do. We play with stuff. We play with stuff even though it's fine. Because this is me playing with it and messing it all up now. Because now it's all wiggly. And it's wiggly. See, my table is going to wind up being super big. Because the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. Right? So I just turned my canvas. It's one of those nights, guys. I just turned my canvas. I made sure I had a nice straight line. And then what's the very next thing I do? I played with it. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing, lovey? What's the next thing I do? I played with it. And I played with it, and I made it all wiggly. So, are we surprised? No, we're not surprised at that. Nope, no surprises. Not surprised at that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And I didn't make enough color, so I have to make more color. So that was red, blue, white, yellow. Mix it all up. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get when we mix it all up. And I'm going to add a little bit of black to that. And let's see what we get. Now, this is going to be a very hard color to rematch up. I know it. 6,000%. So I'm just going to wind up painting it the new color. That's what I'm going to wind up doing. So, anyway. That's why, yep, see, it's a little more blue. That's okay. I'll just put some stripes throughout here, the new color. That's why when I tell you to mix stuff, Don't ever do what I do. Just listen to what I say. Did that sound like a parent or a teacher or what? Look, I got so much makeup on my face. Don't ever do what I do. Just listen to what I say. So whenever you mix a color, make sure you mix enough of it, because rematching that color is hard to do. And, you know, obviously I just did that. I didn't make enough to make my table. And now I have a completely different color here. But since my paint is still wet. Hello, Sheila. How you doing, sweetheart? Carolyn's here. Sheila's here. Since my paint's still wet, it's okay. I'm gonna, I can turn around and mix in this new color into my table up there. So, no worries. No worries. Lots of times, guys, painting, and especially with acrylic, sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are, like actually painting. Sometimes the skill set is being able to, having the skill to fix mistakes. So sometimes it's not necessarily the skill of painting it perfectly. Sometimes the skill comes in on how am I going to fix that. I'm being 100% honest with you guys. Sometimes that's the situation, because that's just the way it is. Alright, so got that down. Alright, so we got the top and the bottom. So the next thing I want to do is I want to turn around so I don't wind up with, see how you can kind of see my table line and my flower pot? So while this is still wet, and this is on the this side, and it's up, okay? So you want your kitty and your water pitcher to be in the middle. So your flower pot is going to be up and over from that. Like a little bit on your table and a little bit into the blue, all right? And I want to grab more white paint. I'm going to grab more white paint. And I'm just dirty brushing all. I'm not cleaning it. I didn't bother to make my flower pot a different color. I just used white and made it the same tones as the table. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to do a U. And fill this in. So if you're going to do your flower pot a completely different color, you want to turn around and you want to, you're going to want everything to dry. You're going to want everything to dry, and then you're going to do your white to map it out. So if you're doing it a different color right now, do what I'm doing. Do what I'm doing so you don't get the harsh table line in the middle, okay? Because you want this line in the middle disappearing. So do what I'm doing right now, and then once it dries, you go back over it with white. Right? You go back over it with white. And then if you have a good base going on with the white, you're going to turn around and then you could color it in any color you want to. Okay? So if you're making your flower pot a certain color, I'm just keeping it the same tone as my table. So that's why I did it like that. Just bought soft body acrylic from Artist Loft. I know it's not what I use, but is that a good paint? It's definitely more fluid than what I got a few weeks ago. Hi, Tina B. How can I answer this? So, Artist Loft is affordable. 6,000%. It's definitely going to be more liquidy. And you're going to need a lot more layers. Does it work better than craft paint as far as blending goes? Yes. So you're going to be able to blend. I had my hair in a braid and it's all kinky. Squirrel. Anyway, it'll definitely work better for you for the blending. It'll work more like the acrylic paint that I use, but it's going to be more liquidy. It's going to be more liquidy and you're going to need more layers. Okay? There you go. Bonnie says, I'm still working on the cherry blossom painting. I love the fact you can watch the replay. Yes, Bonnie, replays are always, always, always available. YouTube or on my page, 6,000%. All right, now that I have the flower pot in, I want to turn around and put my water pitcher in. So the water pitcher, you guys want to know something special about this? So my water pitcher, I'm going to show you guys something while you catch up mustard. Alright, so I'll give you a chance to catch up mustard because I want to show you something special. I want to show you something special, guys. So, the water pitcher in my painting, this water pitcher is actually from this. And this, my grandfather made. My grandfather made this. He used to weld, and he made this out of an old oil can. See, you can see like the design that was in it. So he made this out of an old oil can, and I use it all the time, and I love the patina that's winding up getting on it. And so this water pitcher is actually very special to me because it's my grandfather's watering can. So I just wanted to share that little special moment with you guys. So inspiration for paintings can come from anywhere, guys. It could come from anywhere. Just keep that in mind. Like, if you don't, right? Cool. I liked how you write cool. Absolutely amazing. What a beautiful tribute to your grandfather. Thank you, Bonnie. So, guys, inspiration can come from anywhere. If you're like, I want to paint and I don't know what to paint, look around your house. Look around, go for a walk. Do all those things because inspiration's everywhere. Hi, Lisa B. How you doing, lovey? Okay, so watering can needs to go in the center. Let's find our center. That's a wonderful keepsake for you, Eve. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Thanks, guys. I just figured I'd share that. Your walls need paint. No, your walls need more paintings, Diane. So we're going to find our center. And our water pitcher is going to go right in the center. And you want to make sure you leave room on the bottom to put the Calla Lily here. Okay, so leave some space on the bottom. And I'm just going to grab black now. I'm going to grab black to add to my table color. So that's the one thing about this painting is it's very different for me because I don't have a whole bunch of pops of color. But I wanted everything to have the same tone to it because I wanted the kitty cat to pop. So if you notice, all I did was add white. Now I'm adding black, and I'm going to make the water pitcher. So you're going to swoop the bottom, leave room for the Calla Lily. We're going to find our center, and we're going to swoop the bottom. Swoop. Right? And start off small. You can always make it bigger if you need to make it bigger. So I'm going like center of this and coming down. And then I'm just making sure it's like the same on both sides. And I want to make sure this is big enough to fit a kitty cat in it. Okay? But I'm going to keep it small because I know when I play with it to make it straight, it's going to wind up getting bigger. Alright? And now I'm going to start it. I'm going to start it with a little bit further down from the top of my pot here. Okay? Swoop. One line, drop it in, Alright, and you got to do the sound effects. The sound effects is the only way you get a straight line. And it's an old rusty water pitcher. Doesn't have to have straight lines. Alright, and we're going to drop this one in. Just like that. Alright, do another curve. This curve matches that curve. And color it in, guys. Just color it in. Alright, just color it in. That's all you need to do. I'm just grabbing black, and everything else is still wet, so it's just blending right into everything else, and I want to keep all the same tones, so that's why I just grabbed black and I grabbed white, because everything's going to stay in the same tones, and this way my kitty cat is going to pop. I'm good for sound effects, right? So, there we go. Alright, so just filling that in. So, I am just getting my shapes on here, and we're moving right along. And then I'm going to turn around, and once this... So, for a cylinder, you want the sides of it to be darker. So, I'm going to wipe all this goop off of my brush, because I haven't cleaned my brush since we started. I've just been adding white and black and whatnots to it. So I'm going to clean out all the goop that's in here. I don't have to clean the brush, just clean the goopy out. And I'm going to grab the black paint, and I'm going to come in on the sides of this. And I'm going to do the arching motion. I got to grab more black paint. I'm going to do the arch motion, the same arch that's in the top and the bottom. Okay, the same arch. Because we want this side to be dark. And grab more black. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, because it's a cylinder, so the sides are going to be darker. Put that in. Okay. And then I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of white. Microscopic amount of white. And I'm going to come in the middle now and follow that same angle as the top and the bottom. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'll wipe my brush off, and then I'm going to start here and just pull. Very light touch, extremely light touch. Start here and just pull across. Start here, pull across. Very, very, very light touch. And then wipe your brush off every once in a while. And I'm sticking and moving. Don't go over it again. Just one swipe. Just one swipe. Because if you go over it again, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose the dark, you're going to lose the light, and it's going to just become one solid color on you again. So that's it. Just one swipe. Alright, and there you go. You have a cylinder with shadow. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I appreciate that. So, yes, sharing is definitely a way to show support. So share, share, share away. Tag your friends. We all have a good time here. And, hi, fam. I was such a mess. I feel so much better now. I was such a mess when I popped on. I had makeup everywhere. The dog was barking. Thank you, Becky. I'm trying. Whatever. We're learning. It's all good. It's all good. It is what it is. You should see my vanity. But, the dog was barking. The paint wasn't working. Makeup all over the place. Late hitting the buttons. I was all sorts of overwhelmed. But I feel much better now. Just relaxing with you guys. We're getting a phone call. So, you know? Oh, my goodness. All right. We need this to dry. We need this to dry for a minute. All right. So, ketchup, mustard. Stop playing with some of the stuff because we need it to dry. We need it to dry. Let's do a little bit of roll call. So this Tuesday's how-to, I didn't post it yet, but this Tuesday's how-to is going to be clouds. And I already did a clouds video, but I'm going to paint clouds for you using stuff that you guys have access to. Because I know not all of you bought my brush sets, so not all of you have fluffies. Alright? Or you might not have a fluffy brush around. You might just have flats, or you might just have some of those brushes that come in the packages in Michael's. So, thanks, Debbie. So, you know, I'm going to show you how to do clouds with the supplies that you guys might have sitting at home. Which is going to be a challenge for me, and it's probably going to be hysterical because I haven't painted a cloud without using Fluffy in I don't know how long, so we're going to have a good time on Tuesday. Let me do a little bit of roll call, and then we're going to put the pieces of our water pitcher in. So, I got Gloria in the house, Tina B is here, I wonder where Tina M is, Tracy, Debbie, Cindy, Cheyenne, getting it right, girl, Tina, Lorraine, Diane, Margaret, Becky, Carolyn, Sheila, and Lisa are here. If I missed you, or if you're just sitting in the wings and you didn't say hello yet, if you're being a little creeper, you use a raggedy old blush brush. Yeah, that would work too. Makeup, it's falling in my eyes. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I didn't do too bad. I don't think I did too bad. All my makeup brushes are brand new though. I just bought them. But if you have an old one, that'll work. That'll work 6,000%. All right, so we're going to put in the details of the water pitcher while we're waiting for everything else to dry. So I'm going to grab the black with that paint that I've been using as my base. And I'm going to come over here on this side. And I'm just going to put a piece up like that. And then I'm going to come on this side and I'm going to put a piece down like this. Okay, and then we're going to connect them. We're going to connect them. So we're just going to bring it around. Whoop. There it is. There it is. There's our handle. And then once you... Well, how'd that happen? Aw, thank you so much, Becky. You're so sweet. I don't know how that happened. I must have paint on my shirt. I told you it's a messy night. It's okay. Messy nights are okay. Once you have the first loop around, then you... Or where is this paint coming from? I just got it on myself again. I have no idea. Once you have that first loop around, now you can go back in and just do little brush strokes and fill it in for yourself thicker. You know, it's your handle. You can make it as thin or as thick as you want. You know, guys. And don't forget on the event page to post your paintings. Okay? Because when you're done with them. Because I love looking at all of your creations. I think it's amazing. Alright, so there is our handle. And I'm going to grab more black paint and we're going to do the spout. We're going to do the spout and then it's fluffy time. It's fluffy time and flowers time and all of that good stuff. So we're going to turn around and get to the good stuff. And Tuesday I taught you all how to make a fluffy kitty. So I'm going to grab the black. I had to grab more black paint. And Susan, your sister's here. Barbara's here. You make it look so easy. Barbara, I'll tell you a little secret, sweetheart. That's because it is easy. And your Susan is here. Carolyn, Susan, your sister's here. Hello, Susan. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so we're going to come out from this spot right here. And we're going to do a swoop. Swoop. There it is. And we're going to turn around. And we're going to file this down. Swoop. And then bring it in here. Wrap it around. Bam. Just like that. And now, I can just make it thicker. You can just make it thicker. So just taking, I'm using Mini Me, and I'm just following along my guideline here, nice and slow, and just filling it in. And, you know, just taking my time with it. Just filling it in nice. Okay, there you go. And there's your spout. Alright, so we're going to take out Big Boy. You need blue and yellow and white that are clean. Blue, yellow, and white that are clean, okay, guys? Because we're going to do the leaves of our Calla Lilies. So, swirl, tap, dab, Big Boy. Make sure he is nice and clean. Make sure he's all ready. Make sure he's ready. So we're going to swirl him. We're swirling, baby. We're swirling. Get him all nice and clean. And I'm going to grab blue. And I'm going to grab a yellow. Nice and clean. And we're going to grab some white. And we're going to mix that all together. Get ourselves a green. I want it to be a little darker. I have to grab more blue paint. I told you guys to have it ready, and I didn't have it ready. So, I want this to be a little darker. So, I'm going to grab some more blue. And we're going to grab some more yellow. Notice I don't like drive myself nuts mixing my colors, guys, because you don't have to. If you just turn around and mix the pieces that are going to be, you know, blue, yellow, and white, you just keep playing around with them and mixing it together and just have fun with it and see what comes out. Just see what comes out. You're going to get some sort of green. And look, I didn't even overmix it. See this? I do this a lot, like having all the colors on my brush, especially with leaves, because what's really fun is all those colors come out in your leaf, and it's super duper duper easy. Alright, so we have a leaf coming out this way, whoop, and we have a leaf coming this way, whoop, and there's a leaf going over here, zoop, and a leaf going this way. Okay, so got all those in. And now we're just going to make a leaf shape. Just like that. Color it in. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. Okay, and over here, make a leaf shape. And color it in. Okay, and then over here, let's make a little wiggly. Because Calla Lily leaves. Calla Lily leaves are wiggly. They're wiggly like that. And see all that cool thing that just happened there? That's because the colors on my brush aren't all over mixed. And then I just do a little dab, and I have this awesome change of color in my leaf. And as long as I leave it alone, it looks like I did something special. And I didn't do a thing. I did not do a thing. And I just lightly dab it on the edges. And the hard part is leaving it alone. So I'm going to put a little wiggle in this leaf. Yeah, see that? See that? I didn't do nothing. All I did was grab the paint. And that's what happened. So, you know, you don't have to get over mixy. And then if the brush is doing something cool, put it on another part. Okay? And don't get too greedy though, because eventually it's going to mush all together and it's not going to do it anymore. So don't get too greedy about it. If the brush is doing something cool, you got a few swipes in there, and then you gotta, then it's over. The party's over. So just keep that in mind. You can't get too greedy about it. And there we go. There we have our leaves. Alright, and then we're going to come down here. And we need one this way. So, I am going to turn around. Hello, Deb. How you doing, sweetheart? So, I'm going to pull my, my brush nice and flat. And we're going to come in here, and the Calla Lily is going right here. So I'm going to move it in, and I'm going to swoop the stem in. All right, got to make sure your brush is nice and thin, and you're holding back here, and you're doing one swipe with the brush like perpendicular. Thank you so much. Perpendicular to your canvas, okay, guys? And then we got a wiggly leaf. We got a wiggly leaf edge there. And I didn't do anything, Becky, to do the leaves. Look, it's all because the colors are mixed on my brush. The brush is doing the leaf. I'm just fighting the urge to keep messing with it. I'm just fighting the urge to keep messing with it. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of blue, and I'm going to put a little bit of blue in here. And I'm just dabbing. I'm just dabbing color on. That's all I'm doing. But I want this to be a little darker. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of blue, and I'm going to darken out the stem a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want it a little darker. And there we go. So, now, you see that, right? It's pretty neat. Kind of like every one stroke. That's what one stroke's all about. One stroke is basically putting all the colors on your brush and then moving your brush in such a way that all the colors come out as you move your brush. I'm just a little less scientific about it. And I just see what happens. I don't worry about what colors are on there because it's all in the same family. It's all from this mess right here. So I'm going to make sure my brush is nice and flat, and I didn't clean it off, but I'm grabbing white paint to make sure I get a really, really, really light green. And I'm going to put my stems in for my flowers. Okay, so one is hiding behind a leaf, so we don't have to worry about that stem. And one is coming from the center and out this way. So we have a stem there. There it is. There's a stem there. And I'm going to grab more white paint. And we got a stem going up this way. There's the stem there. And the reason I'm doing all this is because the kitty might or might not cover some of this. So I want to put it in before we do the kitty. And the kitty isn't going to take us very long because I'm just going to show you how to do it. You guys already know how to do it. All right, so all of this, I'm going to wipe my brush off first, and this can go in the water because now it's kitty time. It's kitty time. It's kitty time, Wes, and I just dropped my paper towel. So I'm going to wipe all this off, and big boy's going in the water. So, woo, it's like halftime. Let's see. We've been painting for, I don't know, about 40 minutes or so. Didn't that go fast? Does it seem like we've been painting for 40 minutes? Really? You're going to watch the replay? That's fine. That's good. Doesn't feel like we've been painting that long. Cheers, everybody. So, it's kitty time. And those of you that missed Tuesday, Tuesday of this week, the replays out there was how to paint a fluffy kitty. So if you missed Tuesday and you're having a hard time with the kitty cat, that might give you some pointers too. Alright, you guys know what kind of paint I'm going to be using to start the kitty, right? You guys know. So, we got Gloria, Tina B, Tracy, Debbie, Cindy, Cheyenne, Tina, Lorraine. I'm so excited I got your name right, Cheyenne. Lorraine, Diane, Margaret, Becky, Carolyn, Sheila, Lisa, Barbara, and Susan are here. And I dropped my pen. Time flies when we're having fun. That's right, Becky. Alright, so I'm going to take my fluffy brush and swirl tap dab them, and then I'm going to get them nice and dry, Kitten time. It is kitten time. And we need clean white paint. Clean white paint. So we're just doing white. We want to make sure this is dry. All dry. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do a little hump. You're going to do a little bumpy hump. A bumpy hump. There we go. There's our bumpy hump. Alright, we're going to put that in. And then you're just going to fluff. Fluff, 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 fluff. You're just going to fluff it out. See me? I'm just fluffing. Just a fluffing. That's all we're doing. Or if you're even making a kitty, some of you are making a puppy. So I can't wait to see those. I think it was Diane making the puppy. Was it you, Diane? Was you making a puppy? Somebody's making a puppy. Alright. And then we're going to turn around. Thank you, Deb. I love how you blend your colors. Yeah, you guys can do it too. Not that hard. Alright, so we're going to put one paw in. Shoop. And we're going to put the other paw in. Shoop. And I started small because you know what? The more I play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So we're going to fluff. We're going to fluff. We're going to fluff. Okay, Diane, you're painting your daughter's dog for Mother's Day. I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. Yes. Yes. And if you need any help, just message me. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome to the fam, sweetheart. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Stephanie. Hello, 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 Stephanie. How you doing, lovey? How you doing, sweetheart? All right, so we're going to fluff our paws. And now we got to put his head. So his head, right, we got a little swoop here. That's his mouth. But you can't really see because it's in the fluff. And then his head is kind of like, it comes this way. And then it comes this way. And again, start off small because as you're fluffing, it's going to get bigger. Hello, hello, hello. Helen is watching. We got a watcher tonight. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations. Hello, hello, hello to Helen. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Helen. It's nice for you to join us. Okay, so now we've got our like football eggplant shaped head. We're going to fluff all that in. And you want to follow the direction of the fluff. So these are going to go this way. You're going to fluff out that way. And the center goes straight up. This goes straight up. Goes straight up on the head. Not too far, because you don't want to give them a huge, huge forehead. Okay, so straight up on the head, and then this fluffs out this way. So we're going to fluff that way. Okay, and we're going to do all this lovely fluffins. Fluffins, stuffins, fluffins. Yes. Okay, so you don't have to worry about filling it all the way because we're going to do fur color on top of it, so it's all good. All right, and now I'm going to put Fluffy away. I'm going to grab Mini-Me. I got a Swirl Tap Dab Mini-Me. Mini-Me is full of water picture color paint. It is, it is. Fluffy, I can show you Fluffy, hon. So Fluffy, which you get 3 of them. Some of you do own Fluffies. Some of you do not, which is fine. That's Fluffy. Can you see it? Here. That's Fluffy. See? So it's just a stiff bristle brush, and the bristles are going in every direction. Those are my Fluffies. So is this brush sold as a Fluffy? Absolutely not. I discovered it, I created it, and I made it do what I wanted it to do. So that's Fluffy. All right, so I'm grabbing Mini-Me. Mini-Me is, looks just like Big Boy, except he's small. He's actually called a shader brush. I got all this stuff on my finger. See him? He's square. Alright, so white paint. And we need a triangle here. Okay, start off small because you're going to wind up making it bigger. Right? And if this is the nose, right, your triangle should be a little bit over from the nose. So that's why I tell you to start off small, because if you're lining it up, you might wind up making it bigger. So this is the nose. It should be a little bit over from the nose. Okay, so put our little ears in. Alright, so since I have this white paint on my brush, let's put the Calla Lilies in. So I'm grabbing the white paint, and we're going to come over here. And Calla Lilies are really fun, and they're not that hard. So we're going to start with this one. Bonnie says, I love the brush set I got from you and so reasonable price. You have a ton of brushes now, but you use mine 95% of the time. Thank you so much for that, Bonnie. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's, yeah, and every single video I've ever done, those are the brushes. I've never, ever, ever changed supplies in the past year and a half. So I'm glad you're enjoying them and having fun with them. So this is the first one we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to come up from the leaf, and you're going to do a triangle. Okay, and once you have that triangle, you're going to follow from this side. You're going to scoop it this way, and then bring it up. Okay, and then the other side, you're going to bring this in, and it's a bump and a bump, and bring it in. That's the first shape. Okay, and you want to fill this part in white. And as you're filling it in, you can fix your shape a little bit. If you need to fix your shape a little bit, it's okay. It's all right. How do you get my brushes? Well, Helen, it's really easy. You just message me. They're $25 plus shipping and handling, and I want you to private message me because I'm going to need your address. Okay? That's it. That's all you got to do. You just got to send me a message. And right on my page, you'll see a send message right on the top of my page. So that's the button you can hit. And you're going to fill in this part. And the bottom has like a little scoopy scoop. Okay, so Calla Lily number 1. Calla Lily number 2 is right there. All right, so we're going to do, kind of lost my stem behind the other one, so we're going to do it up here. You're going to do a triangle. And then you're going to do a squiggle top. My triangle is way too small. Alright, let's try that again. Triangle. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Now squiggle top. Okay, fill that in. That's because I lost my stem. I lost the stem was going like back behind here, so I figured I'd just tuck this guy in here. So, there's that one. Okay. So the next one is triangle. You getting the pattern here? Triangle. Looks like an ice cream cone with lips. Yes, everything is parts. Everything is parts, guys. Every little shape you ever need to do. Look at it. And I keep seeing a terrier dog here. You want to look at it and break it into parts. So this one looks like there's a fried egg on top. So it's just squiggles all around. Okay, and then you can kind of mellow it out as you fill it in. Because those were fun to do. But it's not that squiggly. So we can mellow it out as we fill it in, because doing a fried egg shape is fun. But you want to mellow it out a bit. Okay, and fill it in. That one definitely looks like an ice cream cone. 6,000%. And what you want to do is we want to swoop this and swoop that so it's not as severe. We want to soften it because it's a flower. And then the next one is just a swoop like that. And then you squiggle this in. You squiggle that in. And that's the next one. Kind of looks like a taco. Right, we got a taco going on there. Okay, and the one on the table is this one. So you're going to do your triangle. Swoop, like that. You're going to do your triangle. And then you want to do the here, and then you do a bump, and then bring it back in. Kind of like a peanut. Kind of like a peanut. There we go. And fill that in. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the fur on the kitty. Then we're going to shade our calla lilies, and then I'm going to show you the details in the face of the kitty. Okay, guys? So hang tough. I know this one has a lot in it, and, you know, we might wind up going longer than we usually do, but that's okay. And if you need to step out and just watch the replay, that's fine too. But we got a couple more important things to do on this bad boy. So, I know sometimes I finish them like in an hour, like boom, done. And that's not happening because there's a lot to it. There's a lot of little stuffs. So, we're going to do the fur. We're going to do the shading. We're going to do some details. We're going to do the little yellow things. Finish up with the details. And then we'll be all done. That is the roadmap. So, shake it out. Refill your drink. Take a little ketchup mustard time. Take a nice deep breath. We're on the home stretch. And next Friday is our peacock. Next Tuesday is our clouds. Yes, PayPal is still working, sweetheart. And Helen, that's how you do the brush sets too. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, unless you need something different, then we'll just talk about it. So, let's do some fur, baby. All right, so swirl, tap, dab, fluffy. Oh, I hope you're having a lot of fun too, Helen. I hope you're having a lot of fun too. We got to make fur. All right, so we need... Thank you for that, Bonnie. So I'm going to use this white over here. And I'm going to grab this yellow. All right, I'm going to grab all this yellow. And I'm going to grab all this red. And let's see what we get. Because there's a little bit of like blue in here. So, and so we're making a beigey brown. So, let's see what happens. All right, I need some more red because it's looking a little yellowish. So let me grab some of this red over here. Put that in there. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get, right? Giving it a good mix. Okay. And I want to grab some more red because we want, we got to do the fur in darker and lighter tones. So we're going to need the red. But now that I have all this on my brush, and I don't want to waste it all, very lightly, because my brush is packed with paint, very lightly, I'm just going to fluff this in. Lightly though, because I don't want big globby spots in here. So we're going to fluff this in. And I'm barely touching the canvas, and I'm doing all these flickies. I'm doing all these flickies. We're flicking. Alright, nice and fluffy. Okay, nice and fluffy. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of red. I'm going to grab a little bit of red. Just a smidge, microscopic amount. And I'm going to come on over here and go under the neck. Here, there, not everywhere. To add a little bit of a shadow. So, you know, to go darker, you don't always have to grab black. You could turn around and grab, like if you're mixing yellow, red, and white, right? The darkest color out of those three is the red. So you could always turn around and just grab the darker color of the combination. And I want to put a little bit right here. Okay? And then a little bit here. And then a little bit on the sides of his paws. Just here, there, not everywhere. Okay? So, you could always grab the darker color of the combo. And then, to do a shadow, and then this way you're not always grabbing black. You don't always have to grab black. You could turn around and grab Bonnie, did you used to be like a saleswoman or something? Because you're really good with that stuff. You keep me on point. Alright, since I have the red in here, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do on either side of the nose, flicking outwards, because that's going to be darker. Okay, and I'm going to do under the nose because that's going to be darker. And I'm going to do the back of his head because that's going to be darker. I'm going to do in his ears here because that's going to be darker because I have the red on my brush. So I might as well put that in. Now I'm going to dip my brush into the lighter color. And I'm going to turn around and swoop this out. And then we're going to swoop this out. Okay. And you just do a couple little, like a little bit of that. That's all. And you can blend those two colors together. Okay. That's all you got to do. And we're going to do these fluffy parts hanging out here. Alright. So we're just filling in the fluffs now. We're just filling in the fluffs. Flicking and fluffing and floofing and whatever we're doing here. Right? You're just filling in fluffs. Just flicking it out. He's a fluffy kitty. So, we're just fluffing and floofing and all of that good stuff. We're just fluffing and floofing. Floofing and fluffing. Fluffing and floofing and floofing and fluffing. It's actually fun to say. Floofing and fluffing and floofing. Alright. So, I'm going to switch to Mini-Me, and we're going to get his nose in here. So I'm going to grab a little bit of white to make it really light. And we're going to turn around and go upwards. We're going to go upwards with the nose. Okay. So it's white with the beige color. So we're going to go upwards with that. And white with the beige color. We're going to do his cheeks. Whoa. See that? I got green from somewhere. Do you see that? Wow. I don't know where that came from. Let's get rid of that. Only because I believe in you and how you teach. You never promoted anyone or anything you don't believe in. Aw, you're so sweet, Bonnie. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That was very, very nice. That warms my heart, honey. That warms my heart. All right, let's try to do that without green on my brush. All right, I'm just grabbing white paint. I'm just grabbing white paint because all of this is all wet. So we're just grabbing white paint. That's all we need to do. We don't need to grab anything special. And we're giving him his little cheekers. His little cheekers. That's what we're doing. Not grabbing anything special. And you notice I'm just doing flicks. Everything is flicky and fluffy. And then we're going to do his little lip right here. And then we'll wipe my brush off. Aw, Debbie, you agree with Bonnie. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. You're going to get me all squishy. Trying to draw a kitty cat here. And you're going to get me all squishy. I won't even be able to think straight. Because I'll be all in the feels. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Alright, so now we got to put the, I'm just grabbing white because all this is wet. I got to put in the above the eye flicks here. Okay, we got to put those guys in. Right? Those little pieces that are above the eye. And now we're going to do the almond shaped eyeball shape. One that way. One this way. Okay, get that in there. I'm just doing a scribble. Whoop, whoa, look, look at the angle difference, right? That's why we're just doing scribbles. Because you might have to fix one. You might have to fix one, and it's all good. There, that's a little better. That's a little better. Alright, and then we got to do the rest of his ear here. So let's fill that in. Let's fill this in. Doop, doop. There's one ear. Fill in this ear. Doop, doop. Fill in that ear right there. There we go. Oh, look, look, I got a whole bunch of fur over there. You see that? You see that? I told you it was a messy night. So if you ever get something like that going on, if you move quickly while it's still wet and you dampen a paper towel, if it's still wet, if it's not still wet, then you might be in trouble. You might have to cover it up. But if it's still wet, lots of times you can just erase it. Not too bad. I got somewhat erased. So, there you go. Alright. Doing the Calla Lilies, doing the shading on the Calla Lilies. Let's give Kitty a break. Whoo, let's give Kitty a break. And we're going to shade, hi everybody. We're going to shade our Calla Lilies. That's what we're going to do. So, you need white paint and you need a little tiny microscopic amount of black. Microscopic amount of black. What does that mean? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of black. That's all you need. Just a little bit. Now, I know sometimes when I'm painting, it looks a little nutty. Doesn't look exactly perfect because I'm trying to show you all the steps so you guys can do these and you can do them like really, really, really nice. Because obviously, I didn't paint the original in an hour and a half. So sometimes mine might look a little wonky. Because every time I walk away, because I'm painting it from the side, so I'll walk away and then look at it and I'm like, oh. Like, because his head's kind of big over here and little over there. But that's okay. I'm not stressing it because as long as you guys are learning the techniques, it doesn't matter what mine looks like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Because it's more to answer your questions and for you guys to see how to do it. And also, obviously, this doesn't usually get painted in an hour and a half. Because this did not take me an hour and a half. We're going to shade our Calla Lilies. That's what we're going to do. Okay? So, I'm going to grab, I got a nice clean brush. I got my white paint. I got my black paint. So we're going to grab our white. I'm going to do a dab over here. I'm going to grab a little microscopic amount of black. And I'm going to do a dab. And I'm going to make sure that that is a nice light gray. Now, I'm going to do mine darker so you can see it. That's why I was saying sometimes mine's going to look weird. That's all right. Come be weird with me. Being weird's awesome. I have fun being weird. How about you guys? I'm going to do mine darker so you can see what I'm doing. But you guys want to do it with a light gray. Okay, so I am going to wipe my brush off. Because if you have globs on your brush, you're going to have globs on your painting. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab some of this gray. And on this one, let me give you a close-up, close-up. Alright, so on this one down here, you're going to turn around and you're going to do the middle. See, I got to make that even darker because you guys can't see that. Alright, so you're going to do the middle. Okay, we're going to do the middle. I'm just zigzag zooming. I'm just getting this gray color on here. Nice and quick and easy. And then you're going to come down and do a lip right there. Alright, then you're going to wipe your brush off, pull all the paint out of it, and grab just your white. Just your white. So this should be a little bit of paint, not a lot of paint at all. Don't make it globby, because then you're going to go in with just your white, and you're going to fill this in, and then where you hit that shade, you're going to zigzag zoom this. You're going to zigzag zoom that. See that? Nice and soft. Okay, now I'm going to wipe my brush off. Wipe the brush off, grab the white paint again, come in here, fill this in, and when I get to this part, I'm going to zigzag zoom it, okay? We're going to zigzag zoom and soften this all out. Okay, just going to zigzag zoom it. Alright. Then I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to grab my white. I've been weird all my life. And since you're about 70, don't know if you can change now. That's right. I would never want you to change. Never, 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 never. If it takes an hour and a half, it takes me 3 to 4 hours. My practice kitten came out scary looking, trying to keep up, and hubby didn't know what it was. Debbie, I love it. Yeah, you're just learning. Hello. All right, just the white paint. And sometimes you're not going to be able to keep up with me, and it's just because it's kind of a time crunch. And some of you paint fast, some of you paint slow. Sometimes you're not going to be able to keep up with me because if my videos go longer than an hour and a half into 2 hours, nobody wants to watch them for some reason. So, so I always try to keep it, you know, and plus we get tired and we lose focus and, you know, we're done. We're like over it. So I try to make it nice and quick and simple. Now I'm just playing. Now there's no paint on my brush. There's no paint on this brush anymore. And I'm just going around and I'm doing an extra little zigzag zoom and I'm softening that all out. So let's shadow the other ones. Yes. I'll always watch as much as I can. Thank you guys. All right. So the other ones, I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab my dark gray. And this one up here, right here, he's slicing this way. So you want to put your gray there. Thanks, guys. You guys are so nice to me tonight, I'm telling you. And then you want to put your gray under this lip right here. Okay. Then I'm going to wipe off my brush. Wipe off my brush. That's a very important. Wipe off my brush and grab my white. I'm going to start my white here. Then I'm going to wipe off my brush. Cheyenne, all right, sweetheart, you have a great night, lovey. I'm going to wipe off my brush. And then I'm just going to zigzag between the two of them. Nice and light touch, nice and light. And remember, I'm doing mine dark so you can see it. You guys can go a little lighter with yours. Right? Wipe my brush off, grab my white. Come in here. Fill the white around this line. Fill the white around that line. Wipe my brush off. Zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. Wipe my brush off. Do a little more. Now, like I said, mine are dark because I want you to see it. You guys want to go with a lighter gray. Okay? Calla Lily number 2. Alright, let's do number 3. Number 3 is just like the one on the table. So, black paint. We're going to do our little triangle in here. Our little piece right there. I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to grab my white paint. I'm going to fill in here and here. I'm going to fill in all around. Fill this all in. Wipe my brush off. Zigzag zoom. So, and when you zigzag zoom, you're just zigzag zooming like on the one side because the other side is the petal overlapping. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. Wipe my brush off. Soften this all out. Now, if you get a little nutty with your shading, like you had too much paint on there, you could always just wipe your brush off, grab more white, and put the white back in. Okay? And then you want to cut this in nice and bright. Okay? So if it gets a little nutty with the shading, that's okay. You could always grab the white again and put more white on it. Don't stress it. Alright, our fried egg one. Fried egg one's easy. Guys ready? Fried egg one's easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Aw, you're so sweet, Bonnie. Monday, May 1st is coming up. So, guys, I do a dollar day. I forgot last month. But dollar day, the first of every month, I'm going to post my payment method. And I request everybody to send $1. Dollar day. So, that's coming up too, guys. So, if you forget or if you just don't have it like that, it's all good. It is what it is, guys. So, and I'm going to smush in here. So you're going to do your line underneath the fried egg part and in the middle. I'm going to clean my brush because it's getting goopy and all the colors are starting to mix together. So sometimes you got to clean your brush. Alright, I'm going to fill this in with white. I'm going to fill this in with white. And I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I'm going to zigzag zoom. Zigzag zoom it. That's it. Or just zigzag zooming. Wipe my brush off. And zigzag zoom this all out. All into the petal. And if you have to grab more white, that's okay. You just grab more white. You can put it around your edges and zigzag zoom some more. Alright, one Calla Lily left. And we're going to go details on the kitty. And we're going to be pretty much all set. We got to do the yellow centers and the flowers. Debbie is interested on bye, Cindy. Enjoy your dinner. And Debbie's dollar day. Dollar Day is just exactly what it is, Debbie. Hi, guys. So, Dollar Day, the first of every month. I forgot last month. Dollar Day is just my request for everybody to send $1 as support. So, I post all my links. I post my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal link. And I just put a request that on Dollar Day, everybody just sends $1 for support. Because $1 to most people, you spend $1 washing the dishes. You know what I mean? By the time you do the soap, the sponge, and everything else. So, something affordable. Some people feel bad because they can't send support because they just don't have it. And that's fine. That's why it's always, always, always free to watch. So, I created Dollar Day for everybody to feel like they can contribute. And, you know, guilt-free. And, just be able to show support and pay it forward. If you're, if you don't have one of the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo apps on your phone, I can take credit cards, but I'm not gonna have you send me numbers. Good night, Tina. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm not going to have you send me numbers over the internet. So, if you don't have one of those Cash Apps, that's fine. Don't stress it. Alright, so I filled that one in with white paint. I'm grabbing a little bit of the black. We're coming in here. I'm going to wipe my brush off, and this all gets shaded on this side. And you leave that swoop in there. Okay? Alright. So, details on the kitty cat. Let's do it. So, we got to do the eyeballs. Alright. So, I am going to grab white paint and tiny. And I'm going to come in where I made the space for them. And I'm going to do just a little almond shape and fill it in. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and do an almond shape over here and fill it in. Okay, and then you take I'm going to grab my green. And do my circles in the middle for the eye color. So we're going to do the green for the circles in the middle. And you fill that in. Unless your eye color is going to be a different eye color. It's up to you. Whatever eye color you want your kitty to have. Okay. And then we got to let that dry. So I'm going to clean off my brush, and we're going to do his pink little nose and mouth. So I'm going to grab white with a smidge of red. And I'm going to come in here, and we're going to do a little triangle for the kitty nose. There's his little kitty nose. Let me make that darker so you can see it. So you're going to do a little dark on both sides anyway. But I'm going to make the whole nose darker so you guys can see it. But once you put your pink in, you put the dark around the edges. So fill this in. And then your line down. And then your little mouths. Okay? So you're going to do your little mouth in here. Just like that. And darken up the edges of your nose to give it a little shadow. Okay, so I'm going to do this really dark so you guys can see what I did. But you guys don't have to make it that dark on yours. Okay, but I just want you to see what I did. There you go. Alright, I'm going to swirl tap that, dab my brush. And I'm going to make sure I have nice, thin, loose white paint. And we're going to make sure we have a nice fine tip. Actually, let's use Mr. Nifty. Mr. Nifty! Thin white paint. come in, and I'm going to move my hand, not the brush. Swoop. Just like that. Come in, move my hand, not the brush. Swoop. And Bonnie said they have even number whiskers. So we'll make 6. Swoop. Just like that. Notice I'm moving my hand, not the brush. Okay. And with this white on here, I'm going to put in the centers of the... Could help if you guys could see. I'm going to put the centers of the Calla Lilies in here. Tina B, are you painting tonight? Because you're awfully quiet. Alright, so you want to put the centers of the Calla Lilies in. And they're going to be yellow. And this one doesn't get any. And back to... You're painting tonight? Yay! Nice. Alright, back to his eyeball. I'm going to take black with my fur color. I'm going to take black with my fur color. And I'm going to outline this. And I'm going to outline this one. So, no worries if you go over your lines. Two of your favorite things, cats and Calla Lilies. And now I'm just going to take the fur color and I'm just going to fill in. I'm just going to fill in around and any parts that I didn't have filled in before. And it's okay if it mixes with the dark because it's going to be darker around the cat's eyes anyway. So this is going to soften it, and if you pick up some of that dark line, that is totally fine because it's darker around the eyes. So we're going to fill this in just like that. And I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to grab black. And you put it so it's hiding under the lid. Okay, you put it so it's hiding under the lid, so it's like a half circle. Okay, it's like a half circle. I'm going to give you a close-up in a second. Alright, let me just paint the other one in. So, you put that so it's a half circle, so it's hiding under the lid. Okay? You want to make sure that that's hiding under the lid. Otherwise, he's going to look like he's scared. If you make it a perfect black circle right in the center, it's going to look like he's scared. And I'm going to wipe off Mr. Nifty. And we're going to put the white dots. So it gets a white dot here. And then a little swoop. And I'll give you a close-up in a second. And then the white dot on this side. Now, in a perfect world, you'd wait for this black to be dry. Okay? So. Alright? Just like that. That's all you need to do. And we're going to fill in the yellows on our flowers, and we're going to be all set. So if you guys have any questions, 6,000%, ask them now. Because I believe I showed you everything I need to show you to be able to paint this. And like I said, if you missed Tuesday's How to Fluffy Kitty, you could also watch that one too. Because there might be a couple more tricks or whatnots in there. So you just you just fill in the yellow in your flowers. And you guys, if you're making puppies, if you're making kitties, if you're trying to paint this and you wind up having a problem, just message me. Thank you so much, Becky. Not too bad. Not too bad for an hour and a half. All right. So there, we made it, guys. We did it. So Tuesday is going to be How To Tuesday on clouds. And I'm going to try to show you how to paint clouds with all your supplies at home. And thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you so much, Debbie. I have no idea where I put my soda. Here it is. And then next Friday is our peacock. Yes, Carolyn. Carolyn is letting us know that Calla Lilies come in pink, yellow, purple, and reddish color too. Yes, they come in any colors. And I did mine really dark so you can see the shading. So you guys can go lighter on that if you need to. And, you know, you can refer to the original too, right? Because obviously there's smaller details in here with the fur and the whatnots. So, but you know how to do it. I showed you how to do it. So we did all of that good stuff. You're so welcome, Becky. You're welcome, guys. How do I seal my paintings? So, Barbara, number one, acrylic doesn't have to be sealed. Because acrylic paint actually dries. Acrylic paint dries as a plastic. So you do not have to seal an acrylic painting. Now, that being said, how do I seal my paintings? I buy, I'll show you. Hold on, give me 1 second. So this is what I buy, and you can get Rust-Oleum, and I got Krylon. This is what I get. Clear spray paint. You can get satin, which got a little bit of a sheen to it. You can get gloss, which is very, very shiny, and you can get matte. So this is the easiest way I found. You can buy stuff that brushes over this. That's a whole other animal, but this is what I do. And I just do a light coat. Make sure you're not so close where you're causing drips, so you just sweep. I let it dry and sweep again until I have the coating that I want it to have. So that's how I seal my paintings. Everybody has a different little thing, but that's how I do it. This is what I found out to be the easiest. There is stuff that they sell that you can brush on top of it. I always had problems with that. It would be too thick in some places. It would, I don't know. I never liked it. So I do this. Spray paint. Spray paint can. $4. $4 or $5. That's it. And you get a lot in here. You're welcome, Barbara. Good night, Carolyn. Thank you so much for joining me. And those of you that were asking about my brush sets, this is the brush set. Looking into Venmo. Excellent, Debbie. Thank you so much. It comes in a bag. You get all the instructions. Have a great weekend, Diane. If you have any questions with your puppy, let me know. You get Big Boy. You get the 3 fluffies, small, medium, and large. You get Mini Me. You get Tiny. And you get 2 Mr. Nifties. So that's the brush set. So you get 8 brushes. And like my Big Boys have lasted 6 years of paint party business. And they're still kicking. So, and the fluffies, I haven't had any problems with. So, those of you that wanted to know. And these are the only brushes I've ever used in every paint party. The how-tos, I might have used something different because we're just checking stuff out. But every single video out there, you can do what I'm doing with this brush set. I've never changed my brushes. So, there you go. And just send me a message. I'll get your address. We'll figure it out. And I'll send off your brushes to you. It's $25 plus shipping and handling. I'm also on TikTok, guys. If you're TikTokers, go check me out. I'm on YouTube, so subscribe. I sell my paintings. So, those of you, I'm doing all my commercials. Bonnie, be very proud of me. I'm doing my commercial. So, if there's any paintings you ever see that I have and you want to own it, just message me. We'll talk. We'll talk, darling. We'll talk. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Always, always, always a pleasure to hang out with my fam. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight because my face hurts. Because I had a tooth pulled. And it hurts now because I did a lot of talking. Looking forward to the peacock and next Friday. You have a great weekend, sweetheart. Thank you, Sue. Look, I got paint on me. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you. Alright, and if you guys ever have any questions, you can always message me. Facebook Messenger is the best way to get in touch with me. Alright, so everybody, you all warm my heart. So have fun and go create, okay? Good night, fam. Good night, everybody.